Freak Mythology is with us now in the studio, and you guys, I've been waiting to do this with you guys for a long time because you guys are definitely in my top 3 of favorite bands here in Cincinnati. So welcome into the Eighth Hill.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, man.
I'll let you guys go down the line in introductions and what your part in the band is.
I'm Brad. I sing. I play guitar. That's about it. What about you fellas?
I'm Travis. I'm drums, percussion.
I'm Caroline. I play bass and sing.
My name's Ryan.
I hate you.
And I play guitar and I do some backing vocals.
You're definitely a Bart character, Ryan. Definitely. So Freak Mythology. When did that all get started? I know we talked to the Baseless Chaps about getting started back at the School of Rock, and I know they know some of you from there. But when did this all start for you guys?
Well, it started around, we were in 9th grade in high school,
Yeah,
so what was that,
2012,
7 years ago? I can't do math well, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, we got the ball rolling, and we brought Ryan on through high school, and then things were really looking good for us, and then Caroline, we found her, and it was, I don't know, we all got together, and we put the album together, and then that came out last April, and we've been rolling with it ever since.
Yeah, me, Brad, and Ryan, Bart, we're all friends with each other from 7th grade. So we've been friends before the music thing even happened. And
The music came together pretty easily.
Yeah,
because I think we knew each other for so long beforehand.
And that definitely helps with the chemistry of the band. But Caroline, speaking of School of Rock, that's where we met her, and we've known each other for the past 5 years. It's just she's younger than all of us, so she finally came of age. You're like, all right, you're in the band.
Yeah. And so you guys are not native Bearcats, but I do believe you are all Bobcats.
I am a student at UC Blue Ash right now.
Okay,
I am
so one
native.
Bearcat.
We got two Bobcats.
Two Bobcats.
And we got one little high schooler here.
All right. So you guys are playing a lot of shows out at Athens. Give me a comparison. What's better, playing in Athens at the Athens scene or playing back here in Cincinnati?
Oh man, I don't know. We've got
Apples and oranges.
I mean, we've got an awesome crowd that follows us here, which we love them. And then in Athens, it's the same way. I mean, it's two completely different crowds, but the fact that they both eat it up and we both have a good time with both of them is an amazing thing that we can work with.
Yeah, it's fortunate to have a music scene in both cities that's just as emotional, and I guess they care for the local music scene as much as we do. And of course, being in the music scene, we want people to enjoy the music that's being put out. I think in Cincinnati and Athens, they're great cities that are very accepting to unknown, unsigned bands, and they actually go to the shows. So the crowd turnout in Athens and Cincinnati is pretty consistent. Even if they haven't heard us before or anything, if they're walking on the side of a bar, they'll come in, check us out, and that's what we need more now. So
Definitely. And we got the show coming up at the Redmore with Watch Frogs. I'm going to be at that show because you and the Watch Frogs are great friends of mine. And we are doing the ticket giveaway. If you want to call in, 513-556-4529. Tell me your favorite thing about Cincinnati, and you'll win 5 tickets to the show with the Watch Frogs and Freak Mythology. So where does the name Freak Mythology come from?
Brad scored that one from a dictionary, I think.
No, it wasn't a dictionary.
Spanish class, you showed that to me.
Well, I was sitting in a car with my dad, and I don't know, we were just spitballing band names, and I don't know, it just rolled off the tongue, and for some reason we both kind of turned our heads at it. And it was actually years after that where we had to sit down and think of a band name, and that one always was first in mind. It just stuck in the head. And actually, fun fact is that we weren't always called Freak Mythology. We used to go by the Standees, and we were like, nah, Freak Mythology's way better.
Rolls off the tongue easier. It is funny though when
It's catchy.
people are like, "What's your band name?" and it's ooh.
Yeah, you want to get that? We'll have a caller here in a second.
Lost my train of thought.
Yeah, can you please hold for a sec?
This better not be one of those prank calls.
Fair enough, you Alec.
Caller, you're on Bearcast Media. You're on the 8th Hill. Caller, are you there? I can hear the delay in your phone.
Hey, I'm calling for free tickets to Freak Mythology.
All right. You got to tell me your favorite thing about Cincinnati. Wait for the delay.
UC Bearcats.
The UC Bearcats. Amen to that. Go Bearcats. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Debbie from Cincinnati.
Debbie from Cincinnati. Debbie, thank you for calling into the 8th Hill. You have just won 5 tickets to the Redmore Winter Sessions Side B, Freak Mythology, and Watch Frogs. Stay on the line for me for just a second, and we'll get you information for those tickets.
Thank
you. So we're going to play a song, one of my favorite songs, and I was telling the baseless chaps that I go back and forth between Strawberry Jam and Surge as my favorite songs that I've discovered through doing this whole thing. I asked you, Ryan, if I could use Surge for our main commercial that we ran back through the shows all season long. And it's just an awesome instrumental jam sesh, pretty much. So as I said for Strawberry Jam, if you have a helmet and a seatbelt at home, put them on because this is a roller coaster ride of a song. This is Surge off of Freak Mythology's self-titled album. You are on the 8th Hill. Surge by Freak Mythology off of their self-titled album, and that is, I do love that song very much. Was that kind of just like a jam sesh for you guys, how that came about?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
It wasn't like a sit down and let's write this progress. We had the opening chords since like senior year of high school.
I'd say we played on it for like a very, very long time.
Yeah,
and it was just the original name was Sandy Beaches because we got a total like beachy vibe from it. Like, that sort of thing, and then it became totally psychedelic.
Yeah,
after a while.
once we added that middle breakdown, and that's when we started to kind of have some fun with it and just see where we can take this thing. And I think it's really evolved since we started playing it back in like 2015, 14, and last year we just sat down, the idea popped into our heads, and we literally just took it and ran and finished that song in like a day. Just making sure all the parts were down and everything. But that's one of my favorite off the album.
I was about to say,
it is my favorite.
I think that's my favorite off the album, and it's also like my personal favorite to play live.
Definitely.
It's very cool. Like I feel like the crowd really gets down to it.
It's unique.
And
It's the one song I get to play with my delay pedal with.
Well, yeah, it is. It is
we got a
very.
lot of effects that are going on.
It is a very unique, a unique song. It's just got a lot to it, and just a very, jam sesh vibe to it. And yeah, seeing it live, definitely get out to that Redmore show if you can. See Watch Frogs and Freak Mythology. Another song I wanted to talk to you about, the song that actually is before Surge on the album, called Wake Up, and we'll play that for a minute. But this song, I understand, has a good a story to it.
Yeah, we come from humble backgrounds where we've been exposed to and been very close to people that have struggled with substance abuse, and it's about the frustration of being close to that person and just
wanted to grab
shake them, wake up, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's our message to them.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, man.
Gotta wake up.
That when we wrote the music for that, it was actually funny. The song we wrote that became Wake Up, it was kind of a swinging thing, and didn't we call it like Pirate something, just the working name?
Do you remember the original, when the lyrics came in, we put it over
Surge.
We put it over what is now Surge.
Really?
Yeah.
And because we really liked the way Surge was going, but we didn't we really liked the way Surge was going, but we didn't have any direction for it, so we wanted to add some lyrics, but when they didn't really fit, we kind of decided that we wanted Surge as an instrumental. We totally took them apart, and then Brad wrote some chords to it.
Yeah, me and Trav.
Yeah, we went over to, after rehearsal, we went over to his house, and we were just jamming on it. And we combined the lyrics to that jam, and you're like, well, this is kind of cool. It's kind of swinging. But then when we went to rehearsal the next day to show the guys, we couldn't remember how it went, really. So we kind of had the general gist of how the chords went and everything, but the feel, that funk feel, was literally...
That was the day before we recorded our album, too.
Yeah, that we rewrote Headed Out and Wake Up the day before we recorded, because we were like, we don't have enough songs. And when we wrote that straight kind of funk feel just happened because I just started playing it. Then they kind of went over, and I was like, okay, we kind of have a Those Shoes by the Eagles kind of feel to it, and it kind of just fell into place from there. Everything was pretty organic, natural, and obviously the lyrics fit into the form really well, so we were happy how that one came out in such a short time.
I think we got lucky with that one.
We did.
Well, I'm going to play that now. I'm going to let you guys go get set up for your second performance of the night. This is Wake Up by Freak Mythology.